Good morning. It's Eclipse Day, and this is Craig, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we know about the last minute weather forecast. It's probably too late for you to move. You've picked a place, but here's what we know this morning. This should be fairly quick. We've eliminated some places, um, and we're going to stick mostly to talking about the Midwest. So let's look at the spreadsheet. Um, Not a whole lot of surprises here and not a whole lot of changes from what we saw last night. But down in Arkansas, DeQueen is in northern Arkansas, north central, and we've been seeing them at 12,000 scattered, but they're going to be trending toward broken. So the conditions there may not be all that great, depending on how that plays out. Russellville, Arkansas, also in northern Arkansas, came up to 12,000 few, which could be good. And then our other northern Arkansas site is still at 12,000 few, as is Poplar Bluff. And I'll have more to say about them here in a minute. Um, Everything else is staying the same as it was last night for the most part. We had that weird report from the Indianapolis area where Indianapolis was saying uh, that it was going to be 25,000 foot broken with a few layer at 3,500 feet. And that has disappeared. And now the terminal area forecast for Indianapolis is just saying 25,000 feet scattered. We had another weird report from just east of Indianapolis where it was going to become scattered just 8 minutes before totality. Now they're just saying 12,000 feet scattered and getting rid of the weird change right before totality. Lima, Ohio is down to broken. Everything else is broken up to Plattsburgh, although now that we have the terminal area forecast, which are potentially a better forecast, uh, they're saying in Plattsburgh, which is Burlington, Vermont, that the skies will be clear. So we have one forecast that's 12,000 feet broken and another that is sky clear. In Holton, we have a similar situation where the MOS forecast says 12,000 few, but the terminal area forecast, the TAF, says sky clear. So we're not going up there, so we don't really care. So the real question is if you're trying to decide between some places in the Midwest, um, what do you do? We are currently in the Carbondale area, which is this one, 12,000 scattered. And if we were going to consider anything, it would be to move down to Poplar Bluff. Now, I've got another couple of screens to show you. This is looking at cloud cover according to one model here, and they're showing that Carbondale is 35% covered at the time of the eclipse, Cape Girardeau 32%, and then Poplar Bluff is somewhere down in this vicinity. And you can see, according to these bands, that there's a slight chance of slightly better um, cloud cover in the Poplar Bluff area. So instead of the 32 to 35, you might be in the 25 to 30 range, according to this model. If we look at another model for cloud cover, um, you can see that the Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, and then Poplar Bluff somewhere in this area are all basically showing the same color or the same cloud coverage. There's a little area over here that is west of Poplar Bluff that looks a little bit lighter coverage, but again, it's just a forecast, and that area you're going to have, 30 seconds or a minute of less totality if you can even find that area. And of course, they're always on the move. This is showing the thickness of the clouds, and you see in Carbondale and Cape Girardeau 5% thickness, and that ought to be plenty good for viewing the eclipse. There is a pocket down here southwest of Cape Girardeau that has a little bit better, maybe 4% maybe less than 4%. Um, so this forecast is for an hour before the eclipse. This area of slightly thinner clouds may be moving. Um, so you might set up and then it moves out of your way before the eclipse start, and then you're looking at the same level of thickness as the Carbondale and Cape Girardeau areas. So for us, I'm thinking that there's not a lot of motivation to go down to Poplar Bluff. Um, we're kind of already here in the Carbondale area, and so we'll probably stay here. If we find it difficult to find parking or whatever, if it's problematic in any way, we might go ahead and take our chances, go down to Poplar Bluff and have the same problems finding parking down there. So it just moves the problem, but gives us a slighter possibility of a little bit better weather. That's what we know. I didn't go up and talk about Indianapolis at all. Yeah, they're in the same band of cloud thickness as we are further southwest. And so if you're in that area, there's probably no need to move. Um, and if you're considering places to go, maybe that wouldn't be bad along with the other areas that we've talked about. That's it. Enjoy the eclipse and have fun and stay safe. Wear those glasses. Make sure you take them off during totality. You don't need them. And don't forget to look around. Don't take pictures just of the sun, but take pictures of everything else that's going on. And also put the camera down and enjoy it for yourself as well. Have a great day. Thanks.